We've all heard it before. Failure is a stepping stone to success. It's a catchy phrase, one that resonates in our culture that celebrates resilience and the underdog story. We love to hear about people who have faced insurmountable odds, only to rise from the ashes of their failures and achieve greatness. But what if this popular belief is actually a dangerous myth? What if the idea that failure is inherently good is misleading us? What if, instead of propelling us forward, the constant emphasis on learning from failure actually holds us back? What if it creates a mindset where we become too comfortable with failing, rather than striving to avoid it? This isn't to say that we should strive for a life devoid of mistakes. Mistakes are natural and can be valuable learning experiences. Failure in its many forms is an inevitable part of the human experience. We will all face moments where things don't go as planned. We will all encounter setbacks, disappointments, and outright flops. These moments can be disheartening and challenging. The problem arises when we romanticize these experiences, when we elevate failure to a pedestal it doesn't deserve. By doing so, we might inadvertently encourage a culture where failure is seen as a badge of honor. The truth is, failure is often painful, costly, and can have lasting consequences. It can lead to financial loss, emotional distress, and missed opportunities. Instead of glorifying failure, we need to shift our perspective. We need to understand that while failure can teach us valuable lessons, it is not something to be sought after. We need to stop viewing it as a necessary evil on the road to success and start recognizing it for what it often is, a signal to reevaluate, to adjust our approach, and to prioritize strategies that minimize risk and maximize learning. This means being proactive in our efforts to avoid failure whenever possible. The real path to success lies not in celebrating failure, but in understanding its true nature and learning how to navigate its challenges with wisdom and foresight. It's about being prepared and making informed decisions. It's about embracing a growth mindset, yes, but one that is grounded in informed decision-making, strategic risk-taking, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge and improvement. By doing so, we can turn potential failures into opportunities for growth without having to endure the negative consequences of failure itself. Ultimately, a proactive approach to success involves learning from the failures of others, anticipating potential pitfalls, and taking steps to avoid unnecessary failures. This way, we can achieve our goals more efficiently and with fewer setbacks. Let's celebrate success that comes from wisdom, preparation, and informed decision-making, rather than glorifying the failures that could have been avoided. In doing so, we pave the way for a more resilient and truly successful journey. One of the primary reasons we struggle to truly learn from failure is our own ego. Our ego acts as a shield, protecting us from the harsh reality of our mistakes. But in doing so, it also prevents us from seeing the full picture. As humans, we are wired for self-preservation, and this extends to our sense of self-worth. We often equate our self-worth with our successes and failures, making it difficult to separate our identity from our actions. When we experience a setback, our instinct is often to protect ourselves from the emotional sting of failure. This emotional reaction is natural, but it can cloud our judgment and prevent us from seeing the valuable lessons hidden within our mistakes. We do this by downplaying the significance of the mistake, rationalizing our choices, or shifting blame to external factors. These actions might provide temporary relief, but they ultimately hinder our ability to grow and improve. This defensive mechanism, while understandable, prevents us from engaging in the honest self-reflection necessary for growth. Without self-reflection, we miss out on the opportunity to understand the root causes of our failures and to develop strategies to avoid them in the future. If we can't acknowledge our role in a failure, we can't learn from it. Acknowledging our mistakes is the first step towards making meaningful changes and improvements. We remain trapped in a cycle of repeating the same mistakes, blinded by our own need to preserve our ego. This cycle can be difficult to break, but it is essential for personal and professional growth. Fear, too, plays a significant role in our resistance to learning from failure. The fear of failure can be so overwhelming that it prevents us from taking the necessary steps to learn and grow. The fear of repeating a mistake, of experiencing the same pain and disappointment, can be paralyzing. This fear can hold us back from trying new things and taking risks, which are essential for growth and innovation. It can prevent us from taking risks, from putting ourselves out there, and ultimately, from reaching our full potential. Overcoming this fear requires courage, and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. To truly learn from our mistakes, we must first tame our egos. This means setting aside our pride and being open to feedback and criticism. We must be willing to confront our shortcomings, to acknowledge our missteps, and to embrace the vulnerability that comes with admitting we don't have all the answers. This vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a strength that allows us to grow and improve. Only then can we begin to extract the valuable lessons that failure has to offer and use them to fuel our growth and future success. By embracing our failures and learning from them, we can turn setbacks into stepping stones on our path to success. The notion that success is built on a foundation of failure often overlooks a crucial element: the countless other factors that contribute to positive outcomes. Hard work, dedication, talent, mentorship, timing, and even a bit of luck all play a part in shaping our journeys. When we focus solely on the role of failure, we risk minimizing the importance of these other critical ingredients. We may start to believe that success is simply a matter of failing enough times until we stumble upon the right answer. This mindset can be incredibly misleading, leading us to undervalue the importance of preparation, strategy, and thoughtful decision-making. Moreover, attributing success solely to past failures ignores the countless individuals who have achieved remarkable things without experiencing major setbacks. While challenges and obstacles are inevitable, many successful people have reached their goals by making informed choices, mitigating risks, and consistently seeking out opportunities for growth and learning. Instead of viewing failure as the primary driver of success, we should recognize it as one data point among many. It's a piece of the puzzle, yes, but not the whole picture. By broadening our perspective and acknowledging the multifaceted nature of achievement, we empower ourselves to make more informed choices and create a path toward success that is rooted in strategy, resilience, and a deep understanding of our own strengths and weaknesses. The allure of the failure to success narrative is perhaps most evident in our fascination with stories of unlikely triumphs. We are drawn to tales of individuals who overcame incredible odds, who achieved success despite countless setbacks and rejections. These stories, while inspiring, can also be misleading. Consider the lottery. Every year, millions of people purchase tickets, hoping to defy the astronomical odds and become instant millionaires. The vast majority, of course, will never win. Yet, the lottery persists, fueled by the occasional heartwarming story of a single mother or struggling artist whose life is transformed by a lucky ticket. The problem with these narratives is that they focus on the exception, not the rule. They give us a false sense of hope, leading us to believe that success is simply a matter of persistence, that if we keep trying, keep failing, eventually we too will beat the odds. This mindset can be dangerous, particularly when applied to areas like business or personal development. In these realms, success rarely hinges on chance alone. It requires careful planning, calculated risks, and a willingness to learn from both our mistakes and our successes. One of the most frequently cited examples of successful failure is the story of Colonel Harlan Sanders. The image of the elderly entrepreneur, his fried chicken recipe in hand, facing rejection after rejection before finally finding success, is deeply ingrained in our cultural consciousness. This story is often used to illustrate the power of persistence and the idea that if you keep trying, you will eventually succeed. It's a compelling narrative, one that reinforces the idea that perseverance in the face of adversity is the key to achieving our dreams. The story of Colonel Sanders is often shared to motivate people to keep pushing forward, no matter how many times they face rejection or failure. However, a closer look at Sanders' story reveals a more nuanced picture. It's important to understand that while perseverance is crucial, it's not the only factor that contributed to Sanders' success. While it's true that he faced numerous setbacks in his early career, his eventual success was not simply a product of persistent failure. There were other significant elements at play that helped him achieve his goals. Sanders was a shrewd businessman who possessed a deep understanding of his product and target market. He knew that his fried chicken recipe was unique and had the potential to be a hit with consumers. He recognized the potential of franchising and built a strong brand identity that resonated with consumers. This strategic move allowed him to expand his business rapidly and reach a wider audience. Moreover, the popular narrative often overlooks the fact that Sanders achieved considerable success prior to founding KFC. He was not a complete failure before his famous chicken recipe took off. He owned and operated a thriving restaurant and motel, earning recognition for his culinary skills. His experience in the hospitality industry provided him with valuable insights and skills that he later applied to his fried chicken business. His later success with KFC was not a story of rags to riches, but rather a testament to his business acumen, adaptability, and ability to leverage his existing skills and experience. Sanders was able to identify opportunities and adapt his strategies to make the most of them. The story of Colonel Sanders, while inspiring, should not be misconstrued as a blueprint for success through repeated failure. It's important to recognize the other factors that played a role in his success. It's a reminder that success is rarely linear, that setbacks are inevitable, and that resilience is crucial. However, resilience alone is not enough. One must also be strategic and adaptable. However, it also highlights the importance of factors like business savvy, market awareness, and a willingness to adapt and evolve one's approach. Sanders' story teaches us that while perseverance is important, it must be coupled with strategic thinking and a deep understanding of the market to truly achieve success.